So I'm back on here. What's today? July 7th, 2021. Um, just wanted to talk about how I just knew I had it all planned out, mapped out, this and the third. I was going to, I just knew I was gonna have that person that, you know, uh, ride for me is fine, but definitely ride with me. Be supportive of some things that I wanted to do, and nobody get hurt. I'm not in the business of people getting hurt, harmed, and really endangered. I'm not saying that there is no situations where you don't have to be more cautious than others, but yeah, I just knew I was gonna have that one that was riding with me, riding for me, and beside me and stuff like that. But yeah, it took a turn, a crazy turn. And I'm mentioning all this because I had already told somebody, I was like, I don't want no parts of crazy. Hold on, did I just get an Amazon package? Wait a minute. Hey, check and see if I got an Amazon package on the side or the front, just to make sure. Anyway, yeah, let me check. I don't think I got one, but I'm expecting something. But anyway, um, let's see what they say. Yeah, so I don't guess I got anything. But come on and let me know. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, I was gonna say to talk about the ways that I've been insulted, like verbally. Okay, thanks. Um, but yeah, the ways I've been insulted verbally and things like that. I have been insulted, and definitely physically abused as well. And of course the sexual. Um, but some of the ways that I was verbally abused, it's so funny to me. It's like laughing matters or whatever when you hear it, or it was ways that was meant to be insults, and I was like, I'm barely offended because of what you said. It was stuff like, you know how to get people, you just good for getting people on their feet. That don't really sound like an a bad thing to me, but this person was using it as that, trying to make me feel bad or whatever. You just good enough for that. What else they say? Oh, they did tell me you need to act like a trained bitch, and I'm like, well, when you don't really know what that is, then you really can't, and you're just too busy trying to be yourself, and that definitely not conform. Um, that's kind of tough. So that was just funny. And there was what else was there? There was some other stuff, other types of insults that was just so funny to me. I'm just like, I've never heard those before. Just very unique. So, like I said, I barely could get offended. I guess it was the tone that it was said in. It's like, oh, well, I know you mean that in a bad way. You mean that for something evil, something mean, or whatever, like some destruction. So yeah, but wanted that person or whatever, but didn't work that way. So here I am, and definitely not searching or anything. Now keeping my eyes open like always, but not searching, but just um because I wanted to go to the Airbnb and a couple other places, I did want somebody to tag along with me. But yeah, I'm not searching. I'm not going on no dating apps or anything. I see, that plenty of fish and all and stuff like that. That stuff gives me nightmares since the person that I was involved with, I always found that they were on there and searching for somebody. I mean, basically trying to live a whole double life, which that was mentioned to me too. I'm gonna live a double life, and I'm just like, wow. You can just any day decide that you want to live a double life and not have a care or concern or be considerate of the people that you're already involved with, the person, but with that person came along, came a package of other people. So, but yeah, hmm. So yeah, that was that. Plenty of fish, those dating apps and stuff like that. And yeah, that stuff is just, to me, it's for the birds. But no offense for whoever uses it and is successful and all that good stuff. Um, I'm just on here just telling, I guess, bits and pieces of my story and things that went on, and um, of course, my daughter, that whole situation. I thought that's probably gonna come up in most videos, if not all. Just the whole way that thing happened. Like people that are outside my house, like teamed up or some type of work together, this type of strategic type of thing. That's when they work together. Like they don't like each other on a regular day or good day or whatever, but they teamed up to. I just feel like it was to get my child removed from here, and that was just crazy to me. Like, how do you be an outsider? It's my child not bothering you, not seeing you, not nothing. How do you be an outsider and you team up with the other person that really don't like you, don't care for you, and to get my daughter removed and all this? But like I said, I might go into the details on another video. And then when y'all did have at least a peaceful moment, you had it right here in my yard where you dapped each other up and what I'm saying, I guess shook hands or whatever. So seems like you would respect the. I guess I would be the common denominator. But yeah, it seems like you would respect the common denominator, the head lady in charge, should I say? But no respect was shown, no love. Look, I'm gonna say little to no, but really it's pretty much non-existent. They try to act like and put on like they do, but it was they got it out for me, and it is what it is. And I feel like it's because of who I am. I'm confident in what I'm confident in. I have areas of insecurities and places where I'm not confident. But what I'm confident in is what it is, and it was considered. You think you're smarter than people. I've been told that, oh, you think you're smarter than everybody else. And another time I told, oh, you outsmarted me, or you trying to outsmart me, or something like that. And then the other time it was, I think I got you beat. And it's like, but the thing about it is, I'm not in competition with y'all. I thought we was all trying to at least team up, put the differences aside as much as possible and team up. But I'm not in competition with y'all. But that's fine. To me now, it's like if you're on war, then that's what you're gonna get. Enjoy your life. You can be really, to me, you can be at war with yourself, and I guess see how that works out for you. But at this point, it's like I know y'all pretty much trying to get rid of me, and that was told to me too. Like I made a comment, and I was just talking about in regards to one person, because I was involved with this person and they were involved with somebody else. So it's that whole triangle type thing. And I was like, oh no, somebody gotta go, because I don't like these types of ordeals. I don't like these type of situations. Plus, we already did this before. And no, and that person said back to me, you gotta go. And that's not the first time the person said you gotta go. When I was having my third child, that person also said you gotta go. I'm like, what? Why do I gotta go? Because I don't understand. Maybe somebody can explain it to me. But why I gotta go because I had another child, and it was said too after mentioned that the child was another boy. This is our second boy. And so I'm like, what's really going on? What did I miss? I have to make an adjustment. It feels so good out here right now. But yeah, what did I miss? But told too many times that I gotta go, so you ain't gotta worry about me trying to force myself on you. I'm gone. I'm out the way. Especially when you don't come in my, especially when you do not come in my vicinity and make it seem like you're still trying to flip around. That right there is the best way to let me know that you're really trying to depart from me. I'm good with that, but you play little games like, no, I'm telling this person they gotta go, but I'm still coming around them and trying to fish or whatever it is, alert, fish for information. I don't know, whatever your motives are, that's kind of crazy. But yeah, you make it plain and clear that you're not trying to deal with me by staying away from me, by not communicating with me. Okay, I'm all with you. It might take me a minute to catch on to some stuff, but especially after it's been a 10-year period, which was described as longevity. It wasn't described as a healthy relationship or, something good and beneficial. It was just simply described as longevity. But yeah, then I'm out. I'm gonna pack my bags and go, baby. Which is what I said to begin with, and that person didn't want to, I guess at that time, just didn't want to let go or whatever, and just kept on stringing me along and all that stuff or whatever. So it's like, okay, alrighty, I see what you did there. Pissed me off, but it is what it is. I have forgiveness on the inside of me. I want God to forgive me because there's been things that I've done, small and maybe large too, and I just want forgiveness. Like, I gotta forgive you now. I don't gotta continue doing what you were saying. So I never thought in my years that it was going to be like that. I just knew me and this person was going to remain close. Now, he did describe us as close. I thought we was going to remain close and, closer than that. And I'm not, it's not a devastation like that, like it was at first when I first realized, okay, you got to go. You got to let that one go. But, my voice still crack up a little bit. And heart kind of breaks just a tad bit, but mainly because of the, I don't know if this is right to say or feel, but it's mainly because of the type of relationship or the way that I was relating to the person. It wasn't really the person themselves. I don't know if that's selfish or whatever. That I was just trying to get what was given to me. What was there wasn't a lot offered to me, but I was definitely trying to get what was given to me, what was beneficial for me. I wasn't trying to you know put this person on a pedestal or nothing like that. But I think in the way I related to them, I felt like they was on a pedestal. So, you just got to be careful with how you deal with people. And you do got to learn how to communicate and have those conversations, which this person would tell you if they would ever. I communicated so much. And I didn't. It's some, I can be honest and say I didn't really communicate to listen to their response or anything. I just communicated just to let it be known this was going on, just so I could be open and honest about what my part in it was. And so, I guess if you know, then you know how that goes. But I'm still learning, and hopefully I do get to deal with somebody, somebody that I prefer. There is somebody that just steady be trying to come around me and stuff like that, and I don't want no dealings, no parts with that person at all. I mean, honestly, I feel like this person is potentially dangerous, and I'm tired of being close to criminal-minded people or potentially dangerous people and things like of those natures. I just want to steer clear. I just want peace. I don't want the war unless you going to war on my behalf, and yeah, trying to protect me. But yeah, I don't want no problems because I have found that other people passing by that I just don't want to deal with. But I have found that a lot of people are sensitive, and even some males are, I would describe it as overly sensitive, and I could be wrong, but I'm not a deeply sensitive person. I'm definitely emotional. I have my emotions and stuff like that, and I can feel them and express them, and then I can, try to put them away or whatever. But it was one guy that told me before, I'm sensitive, and to me, it was just it sounded so scary to me because when you get sensitive, and that means you get your feelings hurt real easily or whatever. And I was like, that means I feel like I gotta walk on eggshells around you. But I be feeling like, but you can be yourself around me. And I'm trying not to get offended, as long as you're not trying to do nothing to hurt or harm me. But for me, I gotta walk on eggshells around you. I just can't do that. And so that scares me because I'm like, I don't know what you'll do. What do I gotta do to piss you off real quick or whatever? Or not piss you off, but get you in your feelings. And then I don't know how you'll respond. So what? If I step on your shoes, what is it? So I wasn't trying to find out with that thing. And that wasn't somebody that I was involved with. That was just somebody that I um, had to see in passing or whatever, that my job had required it. But that opened my eyes to the fact that there's a lot of sensitive males out here. You think they're grown men, and they really little boys that whether they looking for their mommy and their daddy or whatever. And if you don't treat them like they think their mom and their dad should or should have, then they can take that out on you. And I wouldn't, like I said, I ain't trying to find out, and I ain't trying to run into no more males like that. That's just like, um, you think you gonna go upside my head or something like that? Cause baby, cause I don't play that. Cause you try to go upside my head, you liable to definitely get a reflexive response, and ain't no telling what I might go upside your head with. Um, Not trying to be mean, but ask about me. but but yeah, so just trying to be careful, be cautious, or whatever. I've been enjoying my little communication with someone on this social media site, and no, not in a way that I'm infatuated. I do love the conversation, but not in a way that I'm infatuated or attracted to this person, but just good conversation, and I really have appreciated it. I think I'm going to have to like put it on pause, but I don't know. We'll see. I got like 48 hours to figure it out and decide. But hopefully this year's not over, but I can run into some good people, some genuine people who ain't got no crazy motives or whatever, and just But I know everybody have some type of damage or have been touched by something regarding this fallen world. Mankind is just falling, so I understand it, but some more than others, and I'm like, Lord, just let me run into ones that's less affected by. It's got some. I don't even want to call it positive energy, but I need to be around somebody that wants to be uplifted and somebody that's encouraged and can help to continue to encourage me, because I try to encourage myself often. But yeah, it'd be nice. And after me and who I consider my best friend of 12 years, parted ways, I just, I pretty much almost lost all hope. And then, of course, this thing with my daughter, when she just decided she don't want to speak to me, well, I don't reach out because you're not going to disrespect me. I'm not trying to cause her to disrespect me, so I don't even reach out because she gets short with me, snappy and stuff like that. And baby, I definitely don't take too well to that with my children. You did not carry me, I carried you, but I'm not that parent that's, oh, I brought you in this world, I'm gonna take you out. Because for one thing, God created and designed that egg on the inside of me that got fertilized by that sperm. I didn't, I conceived and had her, but I didn't know her before she was in my womb. He did. So I'm not that type of parent. But I'm not saying that can't come out my mouth if you keep on trying me. So I'm just like, girl, I'm gonna just let you be on simmer or whatever you want, whatever it is you want. And I ask and stuff like, are you operating out of hatred or whatever? I'm not operating. That's what she say. So I'm just like, okay, well, I'm trying to believe you, but it don't seem like it. But you letting somebody operate through you. So when that happened, I was like, oh God, what in the world? And so I did have a conversation with my sons recently, and I was like, well, the older one, and I was like, what if, okay, so I'm right here with you, but what if I tell you not to do something that, seemingly your mind tells you that it should be okay to do? And he was just like, I'm gonna do what you tell me to do and not do. I'm like, okay. And I said, well, I feel like you can trust me enough to know that I'm not trying to tell you to do anything wrong. Do I make mistakes? Absolutely. But, or do I miss the mark and get it wrong? Yeah. But yeah, but my daughter went on and did her own little thing or whatever. Well, not her own thing. It's definitely trying to be something created for her to live by and do some quote unquote code of conduct, but it's misconduct, if you ask me. So, I appreciated my son responding like that, but see, I'm not this controlling person that I want to control them. Yeah, I'm your parent. I want to manage you. I don't want to mismanage you. I don't want to misuse you, misabuse you, because I'm so thankful. Like I said, Mother's Day is every day. I don't celebrate Mother's Day on one day or whatever. I'm thankful. And So I appreciated that response or whatever, but you know, no child replaces another, and my sons can't replace my daughter or anything like that, my firstborn. So I'm just like, man, you know, still feeling like this is a dream that I know I need to wake up from, for real, for real. Like, how can this be? But I haven't woken up yet, I guess. And, like, it's still going on. And it's definitely been 7 months now, but you know, coming up on a year soon, sooner than later. So I was like, okay, what is we gonna do? I like quoting, even though I'm country and I got my own little, my words that I don't pronounce, I don't use correct English, but I like using, playing around and kind of mocking bonnets and stuff like that. So, I wish I had a better scenery. I wish I had some water flowing or something like that from somewhere, but I don't. Just I got now. But yeah, just want something to turn for me, something to change, and I'm definitely still working on changing within and improving myself, working in areas that I can to better help myself, to be a better help to other people. Of course, mainly the people in my household. Because that's just one thing about me. I feel like it starts at home. You need to start at home before you out here trying to save the world. You need to start at home. The people that you know that you in contact with mostly, and from you know being familiar, paying. I don't know. This car keep on passing by. Like, what is going on? Where's my car? I'm about to put them on camera. But yeah, the ones that you are most familiar with, you don't like mistreat them. Like, this is for an example. It was somebody I was familiar with, and I might be hungry. And I think even one time I was trying to pay them for some food. They were selling plates and stuff like this. I was trying to pay them, and it was told to me that, and I had wrote down what I wanted or whatever. And I think I specified on there if it's left over, if you have it left over or whatever. And they took the paper and they just laughed or whatever. And this was in front of somebody that cared for me, so they of course they got the message back to me. They just laughed, and I'm like, dang, well, I thought it was the right thing to do to try to pour money into your business or whatever. And also, you know, of course, that's helping me or whatever because you know, I wanted the food. Laugh or whatever. And from that moment, they taught me, well, they needed me trying to do it. Me figure out some other game plan or whatever. And then later on, a couple years down the line, I went and bought some. I had bought some food from somewhere, and I was with this person again. They were like, "Oh, I could have. You would have got more from me. You would have got more on your plate from me for that, for cheaper." And I'm sitting here like, "No, wait a minute now. The time I tried to buy the food from you, you laughed and you know made me look stupid, or tried to make me look stupid in front of people or whatever, other people, because you had an audience." But then now here you are saying something, I look at stuff like that, and I pay attention to that. And yeah, I mean, I do remember. I didn't forget that you did some stuff like that, and I didn't spitefully go buy the food somewhere else to, you know, it was offered on that day. I thought it was good, but I was just looking like, well, damn, look, it wasn't meant for me to invest in it, and it is what it is. So I leave it at that. And then to me, I already feel like I've been a major investment because pretty much these are people, this is the person my child is with, and you know, so um, so it's just little silly, stupid stuff like that happens with me, and I just be like, okay, Lord, when is it ever gonna end? It's like that Matrix, that Twilight Zone type thing. Then I get a little, maybe a little break, a little grace period, and then something else is stirred up again, and I'm just like, okay. I didn't get the memo that, yeah, this is the world we live in, but I did not get the memo that it was going to continue to occur over and over and over, or how am I attracting the same old stuff? So yeah, I just try to laugh at it. I try to find the humor in it and just keep pushing. Some say roll with the punches, but it is tough. It's real out here, and it's tough, and It's the people that I've dealt with up close and personal, man. Some they will acknowledge, oh, you're a powerful person, you operate in this type of power and stuff like that, and then they get so mad, and it be people with the same skin color as me. So that's why I don't get on this Black Lives. That's part of the reason why I don't get on Black Lives Matters type stuff and things like that. I'm just not, and it is what it is, you know. It wasn't people that was of another skin color, or like Cynthia G like to say, she be like people of no color. I like that. I like that. I like the way that sounds. At first it sounded offensive, but you know, I like the way that sounds. But yeah, people of no color versus people of color, um, yeah, don't mesh well with me. So I'm just be like, I'm gonna leave y'all where y'all at. My grandma would say, feed them with a long handle spoon, but baby, I don't even want to do that. They might try to pull me, pull me out, or pull me close, or pull me somewhere, some type of dangerous spot with the long handle spoon. So I'm like, I'll just, if I could throw it at you and you can get it intact, then you can have it. But other than that, I'm good. I'm staying right up here because I just don't want to have to regulate in a certain type of way. Like, I'm saying that in a joking way, but I do be feeling myself when I'm saying it. Like, you know, and it's not me regulating. It is. I always go to God and like, Lord, that need to be my prayer now. Lord, regulate, please. So I don't have to. I don't want to have to. Or try to attempt to, because I can't measure up to you anyway. The way you regulate, you set things in order. So, but yeah, it's like leave me alone because you know I don't want no war with you. I don't want them problems. And I mean, I wish that you wouldn't want them problems. But they told me you operate in power. One even told me I want the power that you have, and like it was kind of admirable. You know, it sounded like you admired me, but then it was scary. Like, well, what you gonna do to get it? But I mean, I'm glad that you see that over in me and in my life, but why don't you sit down and have a respectful conversation with me and stuff like that? Then, you know, maybe. But you're trying to pry your way. I don't take well to people trying to pry their way. Um, and at this point, even people trying to ease their way and pry, I still don't because the person that I was up close to, the one that spoke about longevity, that's how they did. I mean, they just quick with it, but got in and tried to cause a lot of damage, destruction, and definitely chaos. And I'm still trying to recover and recoup today from all of that. I mean, and it's probably gonna take years. If I live to see it, it's probably gonna take years, years, years. Lord knows, it might not even be before I leave this place because I mean, damage. I just never met so many people that want to get around somebody just to damage them. Like, literally damage and destroy. And of course, that's devices of the enemy. That's traits of the enemy to me. So, yeah, the one I believe in, he brings life and life in the full, not that damage and destruction and stuff. Yeah, he brings the sword, not peace. I do understand that, but it's for the purpose of life and life more abundantly. These folks that I've been interacting with, ooh, that little breeze feel good. I don't know if that's coming from tropical storm Elsa or what, but it's feeling good. Keep blowing on through here. And y'all see, I can talk a mile a minute. I can keep going. My thoughts always flowing. That was another thing. Somebody told me I was overthinking and things like that. And it's like, of course, I realized those were later in life that's signs of you're dealing with a narcissist and stuff like that. But and of course, all the gaslighting and all those things. And I didn't know what that stuff was until I experienced it for myself. And I read a meme that said, when the devil can't reach you, he sends a narcissist. Lord, that is so funny to me because that's been right up my alley. They came right down my street, for real. But yeah, I kind of do miss this one person. This one person, he's over in another country, um, far away. Miss talking to him, communicating, and of course, I wanted that friendship with that person, but they kind of came at me on some left hand stuff and some sideways stuff, and I kind of, the person that I am, if you that close to me, if I can communicate with you, then I'm gonna correct you, you know, because I want you to come correct. And then he also the person he operates in power, and so that's another thing. I'm not gonna mislead you or give you mixed signals. So then you could try to mess me up later on when you realize, hey, this ain't what I thought it was. So I was trying to correct him, and then after that, he just backed off and he just stopped talking to him, give me no explanation, and this and the third. And I'm like, dang, even the good people, and it's like people that say they can deal with me, and I want to say put up with me, but then again, I don't. But people that get close to me or whatever, they start distancing themselves. And even him, he mentioned, he was like, oh, you in them ways and this, that, and the third. And I'm like, what ways? Like, what ways do I have that other people do not have? And then if I do, that's me. I'm not, this is my thing. I'm not a murderer. I try not to be no thief. When it comes to feeding the kids this and third, you know what I'm saying? Mama's got to do what they got to do if they got to do it. But I don't steal, I'm not saying like I steal from stores and things like that. I'm just saying if the opportunity, if I had to do it, then that's different. But I'm not that. I try not to be a criminal, period. And I'm not saying that I'm out this flowery, outgoing, like above and beyond trying to be nice to people. But it's just like uh, I call it some kind of balance or whatever, or like one time it was said to me, equilibrium. But yeah, I'm not that person. But he said that, and I was like, and I should have asked for more details, what ways, but I didn't. I've been told, of course, by both of my parents. One of them told me you got issues. The other one tried to speak certain labels on me that I'm like, that ain't me. Call me petty and something else. And I was like, what? I don't operate in pettiness at all. I barely even knew what it was, but I definitely didn't operate in that. So it was project, in my honest opinion, even still to this day, it was trying to project your stuff on me, and it's like, no, y'all done gave me some other stuff that I ain't even really want. I'm sending it right back to you. I don't want it. So yeah, this video getting a little long. I'm always long-winded anyway. I'm gonna try to find me a little thumbnail to put on here. And I know, like I said, sometimes my thumbnails don't seem like they add up or make sense, but eventually at the end of the day, when it's all said and done, it'll be some type of connection or some type of reason, whether it's deep inside why I put that up there, or it'll be revealed later on. It might not even be revealed or shown to y'all, but I don't know. And that's the main thing that matters. Um, Let me see. I'm sure I'll be back on here sooner than later, because I think I'm probably gonna do this like every day. It's kind of like a video diary journal. I might have mentioned that before, but yeah, and I don't know who's on the other end listening as far as YouTube, the YouTube company, but they getting their job done. They doing their work. They being thorough for real. And so I'm cautious even with that, because I don't even just don't want the wrong ears hearing my stuff or whatever. But it is what it is. It's a risk I gotta take. And that's it for now. I guess I'll keep you updated sooner or later. Sooner than later, should I say. But right now I'm out.